this is Mindy Fresh with Be Fresh Yoga, and we're just going to do a quick flow. So it's good for all levels. I've got a couple blocks handy. If you don't have blocks, you can use like a wipes container, a Clorox container, just maybe a couple of books. And then if you don't want to use blocks, that's fine too. So we're going to start just by laying back. So laying back, closing down the eyes, let the toes fall out to the side, hands away from the body, palms facing up, and begin focusing on the breath. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Working towards that 5 count inhale, 5 count exhale. With each cycle of breath, let those shoulders get heavy, settle in. And then on your next inhale, we're going to bring the hands up overhead. Bring the toes together, point them, full body stretch. Exhale, bring the knees up into the chest, rocking right and left. We're going to drop that left heel, begin kicking up the right. Give a couple kicks. Extend that right heel up towards the ceiling. Pull the toes back towards you. Interlace the hands behind that right thigh. You can stay here. Maybe extend that left heel towards the end of the mat. And then bending that knee, we're going to take that left hand, bring that knee over to the left. Keep that right shoulder blade grounded. Coming back towards the center, we're going to drop that right heel. Begin kicking up the left. So give a couple kicks here. Extend that heel up towards the ceiling. Pull the toes back towards you. Maybe take that right heel, kick it to the end of the mat. So hands are interlaced behind that thigh. Take a couple deep breaths here. And then bending that knee, we're going to take that right hand, pull that knee over to the right. Keep that left shoulder blade grounded. Coming back to center, we're going to bring both knees up to a 90-degree angle. And really using those core muscles, we're going to bring hands out to the side. Bring the knees over to the right. Keep that shoulder blade on that left side down. And then using those core muscles again, we're going to bring the knees up towards the center. Really engage those ab muscles again. Bring it over to the left. Right shoulder blade stays grounded. And then again, once more, bring it up towards the center. And bring the knees up into the chest. Maybe rock right and left. Maybe take the knees in a circle. We're going to roll up to a seated position. Sitting up straight. We're going to take that right hand to the left knee for a twist, keeping the chin over the heart. And then switch it out. Come back to the center. We're going to slide that right arm away. Left hand comes up and over. Maybe bend that right elbow. Push into that left sitting bone. And then switch it out. Left hand slides away. Right hand comes up and over. Point the heart towards that side of the mat. Push into the right sitting bone. Maybe bend the elbow. And then coming up, or bring the chin down towards the chest. And then bringing that chin up towards the ceiling. We pull the jaw a little bit away from you. And then let that go. We're going to come over to hands and knees. So knees are stacked right under the hips, hands right under the shoulders. We're going to do 3 rounds of cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, drop the heart, look up. Exhale, arch the back, tuck the tailbone, and look down. We're going to do that again. Inhale, drop the heart, keep that belly firm as you look up. Exhale, arch the back and look down. Last time, we're going to inhale, drop the heart, look up. Exhale, arch the back and look down. Coming to a flat back. We're going to take that right heel towards the back of the mat. Left hand comes forward. We'll find our balance here, and then bring that elbow into the knee for 3, 2, 1. We're going to drop that left hand, reach up the right. You can always bring that right foot down if you'd like. If it's lifted, flex the toes towards the shin. And then bringing that right hand down. We're going to bring that right foot forward. Make sure that ankle's in front of the knee. And you're going to drop the hips down towards the mat. So that right knee kind of pulls to that right side. And then tuck that knee under. We're going to do the other side. So that left heel reaches to the back of the mat. Flex the toes towards the shin. Right hand comes forward. Find your balance here. And then we're going to bring that right elbow into the knee for 3, 2, 1. Drop that right hand. Reach up the left. So you can always drop that left foot if you need to. We're going to stack the shoulders. Bring that left hand down. We're going to bring that left foot up. Kind of wiggle it so that ankle's in front of the knee. And we're going to roll those hips towards the mat. So that left knee kind of pulls to the left side. And then coming back, we're going to tuck that knee down, stack the hands under the shoulders. We're going to lift that right knee again. This time we're going to kind of draw circles with that right knee over to the right for 3, 2, 1. Drop that right knee. Left knee reaches up, and we're going to draw towards that left side for 3, 2, 1, and come down. We're coming to our first downward dog here. So we're going to bring the hands slightly forward. Press into that thumb and index finger. Curl the toes. Lift the hips. So pedal out the feet here. Maybe come up to the tiptoes a few times. And then when you're ready, we're going to push the heart towards the thighs. Push the hips towards the back of the mat. We'll take a couple breaths here. In through the nose and out through the nose. Really clearing those sinuses. And looking towards the top of the mat, take as many steps as you need to get to the top. Inhale, halfway, flat back, long neck. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the hands up overhead. Exhale, the hands to heart center. We're going to get started with our sun A's. So we're going to do 2 sun A's here. Get my mic back where it needs to be. So we'll inhale, the hands up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back into plank. You can drop your knees, or we're going to rock forward. Bring those elbows into the ribs as you lower down. Tops of toes are glued to the mat. We're going to inhale, lift the crown of the head, long neck, shoulders back. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Last time, inhale, up. All right, I'm going to push up into plank. And we're going to hang out here for a minute. We're going to drop those heels over to the left. Reach up that right hand. You can always drop that bottom knee if you need to. And then right hand comes down. Heels come over to the right. Reach up that left hand. Bring both hands down. Push back into downward dog. Looking towards the top of the mat. Step it up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the hands up overhead. Exhale, the hands to heart center. One more sun A. Inhale, the hands up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back into plank. We're going to rock forward, lower down. This time we're going to bring that right hand forward. Left hand pulls that heel in towards the tush. Switch it out. Left hand comes forward. Right hand pulls that right heel in towards the tush. Let that go. We're going to interlace the hands. You can keep the elbows bent or glue those toes down. Either elbows bent or stretch the arms out. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Pull back towards the feet. We'll take a breath here. Let it go. Bring the hands to the ribs. Press up into plank. Back into downward dog. Looking towards the top of the mat. Step it up. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale as you push the sitting bones back and down. All the weight's in your heels. We're going to firm up that core area. Relax the shoulders. And then let it go. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step back into downward dog. All right, we're going to take that right leg up into the air, flex the toes towards the shin, and bring that right elbow in, or that right knee into the right elbow for 3, 2, 1. Kick it up, kick it through, spin that back heel, come up to warrior 2. So you want to check and make sure that knee is tracking over the second toe, hips and shoulders pointed towards the side of the mat. Take a deep breath here. Flip that front palm, reach it up and back. Keep these bottom fingers super light. And then bring that forearm to the thigh or that hand down to the mat. We're going to hug that right knee in. Pull that left shoulder back, long neck. And then bringing both hands to the mat. Unhook that back heel. Drop into a low lunge. All right, kick it back into downward dog and we'll do the other side. Left foot reaches up. We're going to bring that knee in towards the left elbow for 3, 2, 1. Kick it up, kick it through, spin that back heel, come up to warrior 2 on this side. So check that front knee, relax the shoulders, maybe lift the hip points, pull the tailbone down. Deep breath here. Flip that front palm, reach it up and back. And then coming into that side angle, we're going to bring that left arm to the thigh or that left hand down to the mat. Hug that left knee in, pull that right shoulder back. Long neck. Bring both hands down, unhook that back heel, drop into a low lunge. You're going to kick it back into downward dog. Look towards the top of the mat and take as many steps as you need to get to the top. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale the hands to heart center as you push the sitting bones back and down. We're in a chair pose. You can stay here or you can take that right elbow over to the left knee for a twist. Maybe switch it out. Take that left elbow over to the right knee for a twist. And let it go. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step back into downward dog. From downward dog, we're going to take that right leg up into the air. Bring that knee in towards the nose for 3, 2, 1. Kick it up, kick it through, spin that back heel. We're coming up with straight arms, straight legs. Flip that front palm, reach it up and back. Hands out to the side, pull towards the top of the mat, come down to that shin or ankle. Stack the shoulders, long neck. And bring both hands down. We're going to walk it towards the side, pull those hips forward, hands right under the shoulders. We'll inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Walk it towards the top, kick it back into downward dog. We're going to take that left leg up into the air, bring that knee in towards the nose for 3, 2, 1. kick it up, kick it through, spin that back heel, come up, straight arms, straight legs. We're going to flip that front palm, reach it up and back. Hands come out to the side, pull towards the top of the mat, come down to your shin or ankle for triangle. Long neck, kind of hug that left hip in. Bring the hands down to the mat, walk towards the side. This time we're going to flip the palms. So the fingers are kind of facing away from you, kind of towards you, towards maybe the back of the room or the side of the mat. We're going to inhale here, lean forward, those hips over the heels still. And then as you exhale, walk the hands through. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, walk them through. Now on this last one, you can inhale, walk them through, or inhale to lengthen. Exhale, pull the elbows kind of towards the back, so you kind of bend those elbows. Flip the palms, walk it towards the top of the mat, kick it back into downward dog. We're going to take a quick rest in pigeon here. So we're going to take that right leg up into the air. Bring that knee in towards the center. Heel comes over to the left. We're going to slide that left hip back. Toes point down. You can stay up here or come down to the forearms. Maybe drop that left hip towards the mat. If this is at all uncomfortable, you're going to want to pull that foot in. Maybe roll up a blanket to have under your right thigh. Or you can take a block and bring it under that right hip. So take a couple deep breaths here. Using each breath to get a little deeper and heavier into the pose. And then bringing those hands in. Curl the toes, push back into downward dog. We'll do the other side. So that left foot reaches up. Bring that knee in towards the center. Kick that heel over to the right. Right foot goes straight back from the hip. Toes down. Maybe stay up on the palms or walk the hands forward. Maybe rock the right hip towards the mat just a little bit. Maybe bring that foot in closer. Maybe put a block under that left hip if it's necessary, or a rolled up towel or blanket. And then just use your breath to get a little deeper into the pose. And then walking those hands in, we're going to curl the toes, push back into downward dog. Look towards the top of the mat and step it up. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale the hands up overhead. Exhale the hips back and down. We're going to really anchor into those heels. Strong core here. Relax the shoulders. And then let it go. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step back into downward dog. This time we're going to take that right leg up into the air. Bend the knee, pull the toes over to the left. Keep those armpits facing the mat. And bring that knee in towards the center. Kick it through. Spin that back heel down. We're coming up to warrior one this time. So you can always widen the base. Kind of wiggle that right foot over to the right side of the mat. We're going to pull that left hip up towards the top of the mat. Relax the shoulders. And then bringing the hands back behind for a bind. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Either keep the elbows bent or straighten the arms. Bring the crown of the head forward. Coming into humble warrior. I'll take a deep breath here. Long neck. Bring the hands down to the mat. Unhook that back heel. Drop that left knee. We're going to take this right foot, bring it towards the center. Slide it up. Anchor into that heel and pull the toes back towards you. Crown of the head reaches forward. Rock forward. Plant the palms. Kick it back into downward dog. We're going to take that left leg up into the air. Bend through the knee. Pull the toes over to the right. Bring that knee in towards the center. Kick it through. Spin that back heel. Come up to warrior one. Again, if you want to widen the base, you can take that left foot, bring it towards the left side of the mat. You're going to bend in that front knee. Take a deep breath here. And then we're going to take the hands back behind, interlace. You can keep them this way, or you can switch the way you interlace. That's always kind of a funky little feeling. You can keep the elbows bent or straighten out the arms. Bring the crown of the head forward. And then bringing the hands down to that and hook that back heel. Drop this knee. We're going to wiggle the toes up. Pull the toes back towards you as you anchor into that heel. Crown of the head reaches forward. Rock forward. Plant the palms. Kick it back into downward dog. From here, we're going to drop the knees towards the outside edges of the mat. Big toes to touch. Sit back into child's pose. Take a couple breaths here. Come up to hands and knees. And we're going to make our way to a seated position. So hard part's over. We're going to cool down. For now, we're just going to bring the feet in front. Soles of the feet together. Elbows into those thighs. Pull the heart forward. Take a couple deep breaths here, kind of using each exhale to pull you down a little deeper into this pose. Yoga should never hurt. You should feel a good, healthy stretch. Coming up, we're going to bring that left foot out. Right foot comes in a little bit. Left hand reaches down towards that ankle. Right hand comes up and over. Kind of point the heart towards the side. You don't want that heart caving down. Coming up, we're going to switch it out. Left foot comes in, right foot comes out. We're going to anchor into that heel. Slide that right hand down. Left hand comes up and over. Keep that heart kind of spiraling up. And coming back, we're going to roll all the way down. Bring the knees up into the chest, rocking right and left. And drop those knees. Bring the knees to the outside edges of the mat. And let both knees fall over to the right. Keep that left shoulder blade grounded. Knees come up, drop it over to the left. This time that right shoulder blade stays grounded. Come back to center. And then we're going to take that right leg, cross it over the left, pull the knees up into the chest. Both feet are flexed. So you can stay here, or you can take your hands down to the ankles, kind of pull the legs, kind of pull those feet away from each other, and then down towards the mat. Take a couple breaths here. We're going to keep the legs twisted just like this. Let go of the hands. Bring the hands out to the side. Drop it over to the right. Left shoulder blade still stays down. Come back up. We're going to switch it out. So that left leg crosses over the right. Pull the knees up into the chest. Maybe slide the hands down to the ankles. Again, kind of pull the feet away from each other and then down towards the mat. Breathe really deeply into that left hip. We're going to let go of the hands, keep the legs twisted. Hands come out to the side. We're going to drop the knees over to the left. Come back to the center. We're going to reach the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Grab the shins, the ankles, maybe the pinky sides of the toes. Knees are out wide. You can stay here, maybe pull the knees towards the mat. Make sure that small of the back is really grounded. And really take some deep breaths here. You're going to let all of that go. Let the feet come to the bottom of the mat. Let the toes fall out to the side. Hands away from the body, palms facing up. Or get ready for Shavasana. So taking this time to teach the body to let go. We're going to breathe into any leftover areas of tension or stress, coming back to that 5 count inhale, 5 count exhale. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And soften the forehead. Relax the eyes. Smooth out the muscles of the face. Let the tongue fall from the roof of the mouth. Relax the jaw and lengthen the throat. Release the shoulders and the hips into the mat. With each cycle of breath, allow yourself to get a little deeper and heavier into the space. And bring your awareness back to the room. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Or reaching your hands up for a full body stretch. Pulling your knees up into your chest, rocking right and left. And when you're ready, roll to your right side, using your right arm as a pillow. Taking a moment to breathe in anything you need for your day. Let go of anything you don't need. And roll up to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center, chin dipped in gratitude. Take a moment to think of something you're grateful for, something that's bringing you peace. Hold that in your heart. I know you can come back to that at any time you need it. Thank you so much for practicing yoga with me. Namaste.